welcome to another tech tip. And I am here to talk about adding rubrics to our Google Classroom assignments. So I've made my companion assignment, and last time when we left off, I put in the description, but I hadn't yet put in the directions. So here are my directions, and I did want to show you one thing that I do like to do is I do like to add some emojis to my courses. Like, for example, this is using a microscope. So, I mean, I gotta put the microscope in there, right? So I gotta have it. So I'm gonna put the microscope in there. But also there are some things that I just use. Like every time I use the word attached, I always use the paperclip icon. And this is just an extension called the Emoji keyboard. It's by Joy Pixels. There's lots of different ones. This is the one that I'm currently using. Sometimes I've used 3 or 4 different ones because they've stopped supporting them and I've had to change to a new one, but this is the one that I'm currently using. So I have my directions. By the way, I also put a translation of my directions in here, just in case, because we do have a significant number of students who need that translation. So the last step that I'm going to do on creating this assignment is to create the rubric. So right here, I have the rubric button. I'm going to go ahead and click Add, and I'm going to create a rubric. Now, if I go up here, the rubric comes up really blank, like not even any points. So right now there's 1 point. So Edmentum gives me a rubric, and it's pretty broken down in basic right here for the using a microscope. For example, calculating the magnification power is a multiple choice question, honestly, and it's worth 5 points. So I can come here, copy that. Oh, wrong tab. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in as my criterion. And I'm going to go ahead and give the points. So now here's the deal. You should know you don't need to put in every point value in order to award that point value. You can type in whatever point value you want. This is just going to give you little boxes. So 5 is going to be the highest, 3 will be the middle, and 1 will be the end. And you'll see like the next one, well, the next one is another 5. So for that one, I would keep it the same. I would come here, and I would actually come to this, and I would duplicate this criterion. And now I can just put that description in, and now I have 2. But the next one, I'm going to change because it's going to be worth 10. So if I go here, I have the observation, and that's worth 10. And so I'm going to make this 10 points, this 5 points, and this 1 point. So we're still the highest, the middle, and the end. You can definitely do zeros. You just have to type them in. Or you have to set it up. You could set this up so this is a 0. Like 0 is nothing. And I can see where that would be an advantage if they just plain didn't answer or got it wrong. Maybe you want to have 0 in there as an option. Okay, so you're going to keep working on this, and I'm not going to make you watch me do the whole thing, but you're going to keep adding the different things that we're looking for, the different tasks that we're making sure the students have completed until you have filled up this rubric to 100%. And I'm going to pause, not make you watch me do this, but I'm going to go ahead and set that up. Okay, the rubric is now all set up, and it is worth 100 points, and all I need to do is press save, and now I have a grading rubric. I'm going to go ahead and assign this. One thing you should know is once you start grading an assignment, you can't change the rubric. So that makes it kind of interesting because with us, we have students coming and going all times. So usually I might have an assignment that I delete from everyone's screen. so they don't see it because you can choose who sees it. Anyway, I'm getting into the woods. But just so you know, once you start grading, you can't change the rubric, which is not a problem with this one because I don't think we're going to change the rubric on this one. But when you go into it, when you go to student work, we have Kat Kenyon, we can open her work, and this is the actual Google Doc. Now, Kat Kenyon hasn't typed anything in this because she hasn't actually done the assignment yet, but I could easily come in here and did they get question 1 right? They get 5 points. Question 2, they got it wrong, they get 0 points, right? Question 3, here's the answer, maybe I give them 7 points. And I could go through and type into, so for observation, let's say I want to give 7, right? You don't have to actually fill in the boxes. So notice how when I put the 6, there's no 6 because that number doesn't exist. Same thing if I put 2, okay? But my tallies up here are going to tally up to the right number. And then once I'm finished grading this, I can add a private comment, or I can just leave the rubric as is, return it, and Kat Kenyon now has a graded assignment graded with the rubric. I hope this helps you in setting up your companion class. Have a great week.